Hey guys, thanks for joining me here at Major Arcanum. I've already pre-shuffled the cards so we can get started right away. This will be a general reading for the collective, all zodiac signs, from when you do get this message. As usual, I'll just place 4 cards on the spread so we can talk about what's going on, what is it that you don't see, what's the advice and the outcome if you follow that advice. And so far, what this is saying to me is listen to me for happiness. I'm just kidding. But we do have 4 cards. 9 of Swords, which is Sagittarius energy. The Hangman, Neptune energy, represents Pisces. We have the Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then the Sun card, Leo energy. So a lot of fire. Oh, this is not. This is air. Libra energy, 9 of Swords. I don't know, for some reason I was thinking wands, but still, fire, water, air, no earth signs present. So I feel like maybe a need or requirement to get grounded, really analyze a situation, be critical but not overly critical of the situation, of yourself potentially. Where the 9 of Swords is energy of being a little bit restless, having difficulty sleeping, something's keeping you up at night. You can tell that this character, she's trying to go to bed, but her eyes are wide open, so it could be thinking about a scenario or situation that's giving you anxiety, maybe not knowing how to move forward or how to get out of a situation. So that's the 9 of Swords energy. But the Hanged Man, I feel like you could be coming at this situation in a place where you feel so justified, like you're only looking at it one-sided. The Hanged Man, you feel maybe I don't know, maybe that you're wronged in some way. Thinking about the sacrifices, right? Because this is Neptune energy. Thinking about the sacrifices that you've made and starting to feel resentful, maybe even indignant. Like, oh, I can't believe this is how they treat me after all I've done for them. That kind of energy with the Hanged Man. So you're not doing anything more. You're like, well, let's see how they feel when I pull back energy, or let's see how they feel once I stop helping them as much as I do, right? So kind of, I feel like it's an indignant energy that you might be experiencing because you've given so much, but it's not reciprocated, it's not appreciated. And so now, because you feel so a little bit salty, you feel a little bit salty, but because you don't feel like it's appreciated, you're starting to pull back now. We have the Page of Wands. This is the advice. The Page energy, communication always, right? But it's wand energy, so it also means it could be creativity, could be like taking actions in a creative way, but definitely communication. If for example, you've tried to get a message across to whatever the situation is, that's keeping you up at night, you feel anxious about it. You feel a little bit indignant, like how dare they? Maybe I feel like this might be taking a different approach than you have before. So if before you've yelled and said, I need you to, I don't know, pick up the slack and carry your own weight and whatever, then maybe take a maybe different or softer approach, right? I kind of feel like that's what this card is representing. Communicate, but in a different way than you have in the past. If you've been nice before, maybe take a more assertive approach, right? If you've been very soft-spoken, take the opposite and be more, I won't say aggressive, but maybe if that's what it takes, right? So I feel like communicate, but communicate in a different way than what you have before. That's the advice. As a result, Sun card, happiness, right? This is a card about self, yourself. I feel like it's also exploration, right? What can you change? What can you do differently? Because you can't control others, right? You can only control your own behaviors. You can't force them to be appreciative. but I feel like this is a card about self-exploration. What can you do differently? Communicate differently. You can leave the situation altogether, but definitely think about how you are impacting the situation, and if you need to make a change in order to make it have a different outcome, right? So I feel like that's kind of the card here. By implementing that change in yourself, and I'm not saying change for anybody, I'm saying change your, I feel like change your boundaries or change your standards, right? If somebody isn't pulling their own weight, stop doing for them, right? And see how they behave then. Are they going to react? Are they going to try to communicate? Are they going to say, hey, what's wrong? I notice this is different, whatever. But if you're starting to feel resentful, pull back some. You're giving too much. You're oversharing, right? So don't do so much, basically. It's like in a situation, you can't do everything, especially if it's a partnership, right? You can't be the only one trying to make it work. That relates to family connections, friendships, romantic relationships, professional situations. You can't be the only one in this situation to make things successful, to make things be progressive, right? So I feel like take an examination, internal examination about what can you do differently. And I feel like it's setting standards for yourself. But definitely something is spotlighting the different behaviors or the different changes that you need to make. And I feel like it's a lot of self-reflection while you're up at night. Think about how you can change things yourself. You can't change people, but you can change yourself. You can change what you accept, what you don't accept. You can change your standards and expectations, right? You can change your situation totally. So anyway, yeah, you have more control than you think. Let's pull 3 cards. Let's see what the supporting messages are. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. You feel tied or bound to something. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. What's that quote? It's something like, be the change you want to see, or something like that. I feel like that's what the overall broad message is. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for being here with me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you need a personal reading in between these sessions, just reach out. I'll provide that for you. And I think that's it. So we'll talk soon. Bye.